Hi, everybody. I'm Tawanda Coleman. Welcome to the Plus Side of Nashville, the show that highlights programs and the good works of nonprofits and people making a difference in the community. Today, we're shining the spotlight on Dismas House, an organization that started with the question, what if? The Plus Side of Nashville starts now.
From the News Channel 5 Network, this is the Plus Side of Nashville.
Thanks so much for joining us. Dismas House is an organization that believes in second chances and is working to break the cycle of incarceration. My guest today is the CEO of Dismas House, Kay Kretsch. Welcome, Kay.
Hi, Tawanda. I am so happy to be here and to talk to you again. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, I know we talked last year during the pandemic about your wonderful program. And for folks who may not be familiar, though, with Dismas House, let's sort of set the scene. I had mentioned earlier that what if were the two words that sort of inspired this organization. Explain what that question was about and what those two words, what if, inspired.
So the two words, what if, are 47 years old already. And so what if, with Father Jack Hickey on the Vanderbilt campus, what if students and men being released from incarceration had the opportunity to, work and build their lives together and build these new lives, because that's what they had in common. College students have new lives beginning. And men, once they're free and back in the community, they have new lives that are beginning.
Yeah.
So what if? Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's a great program. You're right. It couldn't have been a smarter idea. College students combined with these folks.
Yes. And the college students are still an integral part of our program. And what I can't believe, as I'm working in this position and getting out in the community, how many people say, I volunteered as a student when I was at Vanderbilt at Dismas House, or when I was a student at Belmont, I volunteered at Dismas House. And it's just so, and it's all levels. I was taking a meeting with some of the governor's staff the other day, and it's like, I volunteered at Dismas House. And so it's just.
That must make you feel fantastic. 47 years later, you've touched a lot of lives, both as far as the college students as well as the men that were formerly incarcerated.
Yes. And I think what's great about now that we're in our new location is we're going to be able to touch so many more men. So in the old house, we could only have 20 men a year graduating from our program. And in our new house, we can have 175.
Wow, that is amazing. Well, let's talk about how you are able to help these men, because a lot of times, when they get out of jail or prison, there's not a lot of opportunities for them. They struggle to find employment, to have voting rights, housing, those types of things. So that's where you all come in, and that's where you really believe that your mission is set in place for these men.
That's correct. So when they come out, they've had to apply to get into our program, and when they're accepted, the first thing we do is we work with them on their transition plan and introduce them to our program. And so that program is focused on 4 pillars. It's basic needs, so that's where we take care of food and shelter and clothing, and we've added to our basic needs these days technology, because if you've been incarcerated for even more than 3 years or less than 3 years, some of your technology skills start to drop away. And so we said that's really basic nowadays, especially if you want to get a job.
True.
And then, another area that we really focus on is health and well-being. And so we do not only the physical and dentistry and eye exams, but we also focus on mental health and substance use disorder, and making sure that they really have a good understanding of who they are, where they are, and what support they need. And then that well-being also includes CrossFit and yoga, and with Climb down the street from us on Charlotte Avenue, they actually go climb the wall, and it's amazing how many people have the same fear of heights I do, but they're they're overcoming that fear together, which is really, really great.
Yes.
And then, and then we really focus on life skills and what is they want to do. So this is where all their career development comes in, and preparing for their career and making sure they have checking accounts and understand banking and technology. And they also do some behavioral coaching so that they know how to respond when they're put in certain situations that could create a lot of stress for them. And lastly is legal support. So we have Judge Bell is holding regular expungement clinics now. We have a volunteer attorney from Vanderbilt who is coming in, preparing them, helping them get through these expungements. And then we have an actual attorney we hired to help them get their driver's license restored, which is huge. And what I hope to provide information on in the future is like just how much in fines and fees this attorney was able to get dismissed on behalf of these returning citizens. Our highest amount to date is $80,000.
Wow, because a lot of times they do have lots of fees and things. So it's really hard to catch up when you've got that kind of money weighing down on you and you cannot even find a job.
Right, yeah.
I know that there's so many great stories that have come out of Dismas House, and we got to take a break, but when we come back, I would love for everybody to meet 2 of your residents.
Great.
Okay, so when we come back, we'll meet 2 of the residents of Dismas House and hear their amazing stories.